movies and TVs. There's quite a lot. It's crazy, especially with Morrowind. The mods. I saw you said you want to update your mod list. Yes, there's so many new things. And add to that all the games and things to watch and things to read. There's just never enough time, is there? And being on maternity leave, that means you're also busy with a child. Never enough time. There is a Skyrim mod that gives you a traveler sketchbook to sketch different locations. Yeah, I like that. Already with the joy of painting, you can have a sketchbook that keeps all your sketches together. But I was thinking of taking this further, where you have DIY Journal. DIY Journal is a really old mod that simply deletes all the journal entries, all the vanilla journal entries from the game. So if you have no quest mod, your journal is just empty. And presumably you might want to keep your own journal and write things like that. So I would have that. Then I would add, now there's 2 mods for journals now. I mean, in particular, I'm thinking about none of these. Maybe this one. What is the newer one? That's a simpler version of this. And there's, of course, there we go, physical journal. And updated my journal. Right. That's the 3 mods that I wrote. So the one that lets you paste in pictures is this mod by Sveng. Adding pictures was a little tricky because you would have to have the screenshot and then add it in your journal outside of the game. Unless the exception was if you find a scroll or a book that has an image, then you can scan through the images that you've seen and add that into your journal. This is a great mod, especially at the time it came out. It was completely revolutionary. Since then, there is updated my journal that is simpler, but also, because simpler, less likely to cause crash, where you can add your entries. But I don't think it lets you add images. No. It doesn't let you add images. And you're right, because I decided to go for the Lalu quest line, let's not have that. So I would have physical journal, plus updated my journal. Plus, obviously, the sketchbook from Joy of Painting. There we go. And I think with that, you get to travel moderately safely, and you get to document your journey both in drawings and in writing. How do we feel about that? Would that be something fun to play, you think? Okay, I was looking at the wiki for Joy of Painting to see what it said about the sketchbook, and it's been a while. Maybe I should nag Merlord a little bit and ask him if he's continued working on that, because that would be incredible. The idea for this is that you could talk to NPCs, and depending on how much money they have, your skilled as an artist, maybe your reputation, they would accept, they would commission a painting, a portrait of themselves. But this is in its infancy state. I don't think it, no, I'm sure it didn't add that. Merlord updated, but that's to improve the filters, to improve the art itself rather than add features. So only to make the images even prettier. That's what we have. Okay. How do we feel about this traveling artist? Now that we know what we are doing, we're sort of lawful goodish. We join House Lalu. Do we want the artist? I mean, it would kind of make sense to go for Dibella, Beauty. In which case, our character might want to join the Imperial cult. The problem is, actually, no, I wouldn't. I mean, it's up to the player, obviously. But the Imperial cult quest are not artist related. However, I would add pray so that we can worship Dibella and pray to Dibella. Je crois que c'est une bonne idée, madame, et aussi intéressante, la vie d'une artiste. C'est cruel et douloureux. Yes. Okay. You're using pray, or do you have sort of things you do in game that you role play? My neck has been feeling pretty stiff lately. You okay, my love? Fast asleep, let me tell you. Not even a little twitch of the ears when I talk to him. You have pray. I love that mod. I really wish it was updated to include the Daedric Princes plus Project Zero Deal. So you do have the quest that Alendro mentioned. Nice. Okay. Is there a race? I mean, the class is easy. It's artist. And there's a bunch. I'll start the game eventually. We'll take a look at all the artsy classes we have available. Is there another faction, vanilla or quested, that would really work for us? I don't feel that the Imperial cult, like, we worship Dibella, but I don't think we want to be involved in the purging of the tombs and all those things. Factions, what do we have that could be interesting? Just being able to go through the temple in Anvil and see the artist workshop was a big deal for her. Yeah, definitely. So I have it there. Project Cyrodiil, go to the temple in Anvil. And an art gallery. Nice. I think that might be it in terms of mods. Do we have particular goals or handicapped? No fighting. You can't anyway, honestly. Just let your companions clear the path for you. No stealing, murder, etc. I don't think we want a character who's, you know, crass in that way. No respect for life. I can't imagine being an artist where you strive to reproduce the beauty you see in the world and then be that terribly sadistic person. That's not the sort of artist I would like to play. Let's just go with that. Goals. Become a master painter. This is the quest from Melodies and Moonlight. Help Lunary. This is from my own mod. Build a museum. That is if you are Hlalu and you have the Odai Plateau mod. I mean, we do have a bunch of mods that add painting, so you could create, even if you don't want to join House Hlalu, you can definitely create a gallery. No fighting, no stealing, no murder. I mean, visit. Is it a chapel in Anvil? I'm guessing it's more than that. The temple. Yes, that sounds better. Visit the temple in Anvil. Plus the art gallery. Except that's a goal. Okay, I think that's quite a lot for this character. Shall we boot up Morrowind? Just go on the desktop so I know where to find you. Does Lunary require actually fish? No. So the mod that is compulsory is Joy of Painting. And if you have ultimate fishing, then you just have more things you can bring to her. I did put it there. But you don't have to be good at fishing. No. It's because I included the fish. You can bring her the fish as a way to gaining her trust. And Ashfall is for the teas, because you can either bring her, when she wants to know about a plant, you can either bring her the ingredient, less interesting, a drawing of the plant, or tea made with the plant. So you don't have to be able to fish, though I did list it as a requirement. On y va? Okay, so this is gone. This is saved. Let me switch back to my bigger mod list. We don't want the display screen. You're up, my floof. I'm always quite surprised that he doesn't mind to have his Poe pet. Pew. All right, we're back to 895 mods. I have not updated. I did download a few mods that have been updated, but I have not installed them, so I don't have to troubleshoot anything. So normally, the game should be fine. I haven't updated NWSE either. I haven't fixed the issues that I know of either. There's my notebook. I haven't modded at all. I'm just too busy learning German and teaching French. We want to update MWSE. Okay, Morrowind is loading. And I think OBS will remember. I would be stabbed with many clothes, right? Like it's he's okay. He's okay with that. You're going to make me lie? You're going to make me lie? No. And it's kind of okay with the tummy as well, but you have to be really gentle. Well, each cat is different. My game did just crash. Come on, I have done nothing at all since last week. Nothing at all. You can't do that, Morrowind. I completely accept that if I've messed things up, I installed things, it's on me. I didn't even get a warning. And my log, I'm not showing my screen, but that's okay. No warning generated. Well, while I'm here, let's update MWSE. Oh, no, of course I know what I did wrong. I launched Morrowind directly. I didn't go through Rymash, and Rymash is what where I can check that things are the way it should be. My cat is sitting by the window, meowing for me to open it for her, not caring that we're in the middle of a snowstorm. Details. We've discovered something, and it's a little bit cruel. Rymash. Latte, we live on the 3rd floor, so we do have a balcony, and he goes there from time to time, but it's cold. No, what truly interests him is the staircase. And so he always tries to get past us, whether we are coming back home or we're leaving. He's just really interested in the staircase. It's like the new frontier, the land that is not quite his just yet. And so he'll go there, but we realize that if we close the door behind him, then he immediately turns and he waits behind the door for it to be open to come back in. So it's a little bit cruel, but if he gets past us and we had no intention of letting him explore, then okay, that's why that wouldn't work. Yes, that's why it crashed, because merge object was selected, but none of the mods were selected. So that would indeed. What do I want to do? Don't I have a... load all somewhere? Load all. Okay. That's why it crashed. Okay, I was... So yes, we've discovered this real cruel trick that he finally gets his freedom to go out and explore, but if we close the door, then he comes back and sits behind the door waiting to come back, because the imperative to go through any closed door is so strong. At least with Latte, but apparently with your cat as well. Never mind the weather. The door is closed. You gotta go and open it. We do not want to load these. They are mostly the grass mods. There we go. I have not updated anything, so we should be fine here. Yeah, we should be fine. So, no more display capture. Launching the game once again. Or finally, maybe. What is the time? 7:30. Okay, good. We don't do the cat TV for Latte because he gets too aggressive with the screen, clawing at it. And it's not like we have a fancy TV, but still, we'd rather it kept working because we have no intention of buying a new one. So we don't put the TV on for him. However, he has that little bed that's not glued, there's suction cups. So he has his little bed by the window and he just likes being there and looking at the trees and all the birds. And sometimes some of them get really close. Pretty daring if you ask me. Oh, the window is a cat TV. I see. Should have. Honestly, Mercury Bad, I should have just realized. Krilla Time, hello, welcome on in. Permadeath in Morrowind, yes, and I'm just starting the game. We started about an hour and a half ago, but we were creating a character and a playlist for a traveling artist because last week we rolled a traveling artist and I really, really liked it, but it was permadeath and we died and that was sad. So maybe one day I'll do a role play run purely of a traveling artist, but not permadeath. That's typically how my Let's Plays happen. We create a character, the character dies, and I feel like
welcome, friend.
There was a lot more to this character, and so I make a Let's Play for the character. Avenom, I'm not sure. I must have asked you, how do you prefer I read your name? During the warmer months, it comes with smell-o-vision. Ooh, yes, even better. Yeah, winter there isn't much to go through. Truly, no recall or intervention will work in this playthrough. No, we don't have access to intervention typically until much later in the game. Okay, let's do this. Full random? Shall we go full random? I mean, the last couple of times we didn't, and that didn't quite work. So, full random. I reserve the right to pick the background because if it makes no sense whatsoever, I know it's permadeath, I know the character will die most likely before reaching level 2, but I still want them to be a little coherent. Okay, first roll. Do we want to be a Suthera? Fancy Khajiit, yay or nay? I'll follow whatever comes first in the chat. Is this us? We can re-roll 2 more times, but then we have to pick what we keep. Dark Elf, we don't pick. Altmer, we don't pick. Unless you really want either. Oh, I don't really mind. We've done Altmer recently. That was the Summoner. So let's go Altmer. Sorry, Dark Elf. Yes, we have some. To be fair, that's a mod by Wesley called Half Races of Tamriel, where the Stone Elf is a cross between the Wood Elves and the Dark Elves. However, which book is it? There's a book in game that says that there's no such thing as hybrid races, which I feel was really Bethesda's way of saying, you know what? It's not possible. You don't have half races or half breed. That's why they're not there. But yes, the yay was for what? Sorry, guys. What was the yay for? Venom. Was it for the Sutherad with the prettier face? That will make nice hair. Okay. I mean, this one is cute. We have a chameleon. Restore health, that's nice. Less useful, but we can keep it. It's a big Khajiit. Yes, that's the tall one. Shall we go for like a hand-to-hand? I don't think I've done a hand-to-hand character in... Let me think. The last one, I think, was Sir Cuddlehunk, the Nord vampire. It might have been one, but it died so quickly I don't remember. Stone Elf Fighter, the classic YouTube Let's Play. Yes, was that my very first one? She was a Stone Elf, wasn't she? And she was even wearing wings. Not exactly lore friendly on this one. Okay, so we're a big cat. And I think we're gonna go for hand-to-hand and heavy armor. That's a weird mix, but we're there for it. I have the mod list, and it's not gonna be compatible with OpenMW. Where is my mod list? There. Like, a lot of the gameplay mods are not gonna work for you. That being said, recently, like in the past few months, because OpenMW got an update, and OpenMW Lua has many more features, not features, what's the functions than it used to have. We're seeing lots and lots of mods, OpenMW mods, that emulate a bunch of MWSE mods, or does them differently. It might be a completely new tech on them. I know Sun's Dusk is very different from Ashfall, for example. So you more likely to find equivalents. Our class. Are we a publican? No. I'm sorry. If we were a tall Khajiit that fights and wears heavy armor, we're just not a publican. Are we an earth sprite? That's weird. Oh, ooh. Can we be a relic seeker? None of the skills line up with what we do, so no. Darn, I wanted to be a relic seeker. And you know, Khajiit, stealing, but we don't do long blade, we don't do any of those. That'd be terrible. This right here is MWSE mod, yes. The reroll, for example, is WSE, and I'm running Old Wind. A druid. I would like a class where we have either hand-to-hand or heavy armor as a major. So let's keep rolling. No, I'm not even looking at the classes. I'm just looking here. Medium armor, no. Medium armor. Block, axe, acrobatics. Is there any class that has hand-to-hand? The monk, obviously. Come on, hand-to-hand. Oh, there we go, heavy armor. Do we want to be a Khajiit knight? Khajiit knight, anyone? If we are a Khajiit knight, are we in the Imperial Legion? I think, Skink, you were mentioning last week that we haven't done the Imperial Legion in a long time. Khajiit knight, yay or nay? We'd have to be lawful good, won't we? Nay. The nay was first. Blue official, hello. You like my cat? I like my cat too. I don't know that my cat likes me though. We don't know. Well, come on in. At any rate, you okay, my Flu? Yes. You're so tired, my poor kitten. We'll shut up. So again, we roll until we see either heavy armor or hand-to-hand here. Hand-to-hand. Are we a healer? Oh crap, that was heavy armor. Arcane Knight. Let's see what we have for Arcane Knight. We have heavy armor and then some magic. It's like a mage knight. I don't think it works. Alchemist. Neither. I can scroll slowly. We have two archaeologists, because one comes from Tamriel Rebuilt and the other one comes from Addendum to Tamrielic Lore. And also I wanted to show you, there's the Wandering Artist. So that's the mod I was using for the character. or the vagabond. And I believe poet, no. I'm sure there's an artist somewhere. There we go. That's the Tamriel rebuilt, or Tamriel data. Illusion, speechcraft, and mercantile is a must. We want the companions though, but speechcraft and mercantile are pretty good to have if we want to make a living. Daedrologist, no. Barrister, no. Archer, not for us. Journalist. Jester. Honestly, a big cat in armor fighting with their clothes is a bit funny. A cook. That's the sort of class you know that as permadeath you're just not going to survive very long. Fallen Paladin. What did I do with this guy? We have the heavy armor. We got restoration. No, but and mysticism. Shall we do a Fallen Paladin? I haven't fallen from grace. I've transcended it. These powers the temples fear, they are tools, nothing more. The real corruption was the chains of virtue that held us back. Now I am free, and I will show others the same freedom, whether they desire it or not. I don't know that I can play, evil characters. I've tried in the past. I just really suck at it. Regardless of the game, even games I love, I remember desperately trying to play KOTOR. First or second, I'm not sure. Knights of the Old Republic, thinking, wow, that was cool. Now let's do an evil playthrough. And I couldn't, I didn't see the point of clicking on the clearly evil option that was offered to me. So I never did. I just never did. Hand-to-hand, yes. Sneak, speechcraft, no magic though. Lore Master. That's not us, but it could be fun. Marauder, medium armor. Mercenary, heavy armor, no magic whatsoever. Monk, hand-to-hand. Some restoration. Some restoration, alteration, illusion. We're a pugilist. In heavy armor, but that's fine. That was not random at all. Shadow, moonlight, 45 willpower, light. I think skirmisher makes sense for us. Are we male or female? We're female, aren't we? Nismila. Perfect. Starting background. This would give us a buff to mercantile. Brute. We kind of need the agility though. We're very big. Shall we go for brute? That's unfortunate. We are a Khajiit, but it's a modded race. And unfortunately, the Claw Dancer only accept the vanilla Khajiit race. That's unfortunate. That could have been good. I like that. We want to fight in the arena. We are an ex-legionnaire. And we're starting... Well, no, we're ex-legionnaire, so no. Gathering wood, camping. I don't know that there's any one that's good. Fighters Guild. Random. I see. Okay, the next one is what it is. Vivek, okay. Alright. We start with gauntlets and potions. And potions, that's good. We still need armor, heavy armor. Let's have more potions to survive. And I think we need booze. Hear me out. We're an ex-legionnaire and now we're doing mercenary work. I don't know what happened, but I can see us being a drunkard. I can see that happening. Okay. Are we particularly good at any miscellaneous skills? No, nothing strikes me as compatible. Who do we begin with? We're in the Fighters Guild, we're an ex-legionnaire. Who are you, Jalvaya? I think it's one of the companions I created for this mod. So to explain, this is a Khajiit scenario, and with this feature you can select a companion that will spawn with you in the game, and it includes companions from a bunch of mods. If you have MCA, you will see companions from MCA. If you have partners, you will see companions from partners. Julian is not going to be there because he has a very strong like he has a quest, and the way you meet him is scripted and everything, so you don't want him spawning with you in Sadanin. That makes no sense. So you will not see every companion you have in the game, because those that have a quest and a story, especially how you meet them, are just not there. Even if you have 0 companion mod installed, you will have some default companions. I think this one is one of them. Jalvaya is the warrior. Coven is the mage. And do we have an archer? Probably. Who do we want to begin with? Kaga is in the Fighters Guild, so I suppose we could start with her. Let's go with that. Okay. We start pretty strong with our hand-to-hand. That's lovely. Unfortunately, our heavy armor is kind of wasted, but that's fine. Yeah. We might survive. So we are in Vivek. Kaga is with us. There's not much to say. I am a master at arms and I make a living training fighters. It's a Decent life. I hate it when I spot a typo in my own dialogue. It's a decent life. I'm not complaining. I miss Grash though. He might talk like a Breton fancy boy, but he'd rip anyone's head off and use their skull for a tankard without a second thought. There was even a sniff of money in it for him, or better yet, some rare and dusty books. It has been so long since we trained together. Who knows? Our paths might cross again. She is a companion from Friends and Friends. Most of them have a quest, some bigger than others. She has a quest involving that other orc. I'm not going to pursue it a lot, but it's good to know. You were watching your Skyrim stream that had enemy ambushes and kind of want to add that. And here I reduce the amount of enemies instead. I don't reduce the amount of enemies instead. We have friends and foes that adds enemies. We have bounty hunters, vampire hunters. I think that's it. Pickpockets. Like I've added enemies, plenty of them. Alright, Kaga is with us. I mean, I should have been an orc. Because apparently everyone in these barracks are an orc. You be new round here, Sathara. I be Basha Grosnagdu, fixer of things for the Vivek Fighters Guild here. If it be broke, Basha can make it work again. Not weapon and armor, mind ya. That be Lumbermole's job. He be pretty good at it too, so what can Basha do for you? So what do you fix? He said it was linked to his high reputation. Never heard of Skyrim reputation? Adding ambushes. Maybe. I haven't played Skyrim in so long, guys. I don't like the way you speak. You're annoying to talk to, so... We should get you shoes, don't you think? Who gives us quest here? Nargro Shagramp said he'd deliver a ring to Navili Yenith, but he hasn't delivered. Go talk to Nargro Shagramp and bring the Jew's dough feather ring to me. He said he'd get the Jew's dough feather ring for our client. Nar says he doesn't have the ring, but he's a liar. Find him in the Hlalukantan Plaza and bring me that ring. Will do. It could be... My history is not like a bard's tale to entertain strangers. Perhaps, if you aspire to anything worthy of my notice, I come to know you better. It might be appropriate to tell you more about myself. As it is, I am Lord Boomroll Gro Aglact, champion of the Fighters Guild. That is all you need to understand. Right. And he's ready to leave. We don't want him to... Did I? Yes.
You're not what I expected. You've earned my trust.
Look at me doing critical damage against dummies, but... Oh. I confirm. We're good. I like the ideas of ambushes. We have a bunch of mods that do that with the bounty hunter, the vampire hunters, the cat catchers also. Oh crap. I don't know. I don't know if the cat catchers identify me as a Khajiit because it's a modded race. There's a pretty good chance Grumbling Vomit thought about that. Though, even if he did, he would have added the Tamriel data Khajiit races, but not other ones, so we're good. We're not looking for a Dremora on top of a tower, I don't think.
I sent you to get the juice dog.
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Where is it?
Jeez, I was
You
practicing.
need not be afraid. Welcome.
Rogues and ambushes for Morrowind. Have you
Sorry, stranger.
played it?
My time is short, so get on with it.
You want to know my personal history? Are you sure? It's a long story. Or give me the summary. I'm an orphan who joined the Fighters Guild. Short enough? Yes, thank you. Humph. Sarcasm. If you somehow mess up installing partners and friends and foes, you can find yourself facing an entire kiss of vampires in the Westgash. They're not really compatible, since friends and foes. I mean, no, that's untrue. I was thinking of outlaws. But friends and foes does add vampires and vampire hunters and werewolf hunters as well. Hello. You cannot interest me in weapon training. The underworks in the foreign quarter. I don't know that we want to go
Okay, I'm
there.
listening.
You definitely get the evil twin situation. No, once again, no. Friends and Friends does not have partners anymore. Friends and foes, that's why I separated them. So if you have friends and foes and partners, you do get the doubles. I can imagine, Skink. Is she? She's us. Oh, I wish I could make you a companion. It's true, I am an associate. I'll take the hat, but only to sell it. Us with more emo hair. What hair do we have? I forgot. Oh yes, we have like regular. Look, we could be sisters. Same ears, same hair color, same face. I think she's my sister. Yes, we're interested. We're down on our luck these days. And we're gonna sell a bunch of things. Not the booze though, we need the booze. It's unfortunate, I know. You seem confused. Hello, Dracor. You're a barbarian. Trouble at first, okay. Thank you for that information. I think this character would definitely gamble. We want to buy ourselves a deck of cards and we want to gamble. How much money do I have? 37. Let's see if we can scrounge up 100 to get a deck of cards. The Ascadan Isles, so pretty. Hello, Baisa, fellow Khajiit. Let's talk a little bit. And can I convince you to like me? No. Let me just sell
What do
junk
you want?
then.
Muthsera?
I am desperate to improve her disposition.
Its scent is unfamiliar.
So we're selling things one by one.
Muthsera? Greetings, friend.
We're keeping the booze. Oh, you can't afford this transaction. Okay. Right. I don't want to buy anything from you.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
You sell potions. You sell containers. And she's an apothecary as well. How much money do I have now? 87. Not enough. Not enough.
I don't know if I like this.
I don't need you to like me. There is a trader in the wastework, right? Or is it a bookshop? Lower wastework. I wish to go to the lowest wastework. Also known as the candlework. Yes, yes. So that's the tomb. No. I think that's the trader. Look at that. I have 70 hit points. That's a clothier. At level 1. Ooh, fancy. What do I sell? Don't have clothes to sell. Sorry, wrong shop. There she is. Those are 2 numbers? What do you mean, Max? Let's talk a little bit.
Have a look around.
70.
I have
Yeah,
a
I
feeling
know.
you'll find what you're looking
Oh
for.
crap, we lost Kaga. You're right. Okay. She wasn't meant to happen. I'm desperate. I'm selling the booze.
Come on in. You won't find a better bargain in town. Would you like to see our selection?
I know Flynn is valuable.
Come on in. You won't find a better bargain in town.
You see, we decided to quit drinking so that we can start gambling.
Would you like to see our selection?
It's very, very healthy.
Care to look at my selection?
Yeah, I'm looking, but I really shouldn't be buying. So, here we go. You do not sell a game of Flynn.
Take your money elsewhere.
Fine. That was rude. Let's go to the inn, where I'm hoping I'll be able to purchase a deck of cards. And start gambling. Playing. Where did we lose Gaga? I didn't even have time to empty her pockets. Wrong way. Might not be the best place to go as a Khajiit. Might not find many people willing to play cards with me. But we'll try. Yes, we now have cards.
What was I thinking?
That gal looks familiar.
Hello. Bye. Hello. You want to play a game of Flynn? Yes. Okay, I hope I remember how to play.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
I don't remember. I don't remember how to play. But let's say I'm playing Acorn. I win. Amazing. I'm going first. I'm going with the Ober of Bells. You're playing the Hunter. I need to draw. And I have the Ober of Acorn. I think it's worse, right? So I'm gonna play the 10 and lose the hand. No, I won? Because 10 is better than a figure? That's a weird game, but okay, I mean, I'm winning. 10 is better than a figure. Go figure. I'm not sure it's always true, though. I win. You won the trick? Because Trump. I really should read the rules again, shouldn't I? They wanted bells, I think.
It's never easy, is it? If I worked out...
There's no card to draw, or... Okay. I lost. It's a good thing I only played one Septim. Sorry, good sir.
Tell your friends about this place.
Tell me how to play this game. No, I want the rules. You won't tell me. Oh well, we'll have to figure it out. You know you effed up when the merchant tells you to take your money elsewhere. Well, I took their money.
Best?
No need to be rude.
Go ahead.
So, 10. What is marriage? Trump is bells, king. I don't know what marriage is, so... The heart of king was stronger than the lead ace. Makes sense. Now, if I play heart, maybe they still don't have heart. I'm banking on that.
There's someone watching. I can tell.
Maybe they still don't have heart. Oh, because Bell is the trump card, I think. Hunter of Leaves.